Hello and welcome. I'm Erin Lee. Thank you so much for joining me. Today is Sunday, April 21st, 2013, and we're doing the Psychic and Angel card reading for this coming week, which is Monday, April 22nd to Sunday, April 29th, 2013. You can find the rest of my readings on my website, VancouverIslandPsychic.com. So again, this week we're going to be using Doreen Virtue's Messages from Your Angels Oracle card deck. And you have a choice between Jet, Citrine, and Azurite. Again, that's Jet, Citrine, and Azurite. So we'll just move those out of the way for now. And we're just going to ask our angels what messages they have for us for the coming week. Take a moment to sit and shuffle the cards. And the first card that we draw is going to be for tomorrow, Monday and Tuesday. There we go. And the first message that comes up is really about reaching for the stars. So the energy and the momentum that we have for this week is, at the beginning of the week rather, is to really set our sights high and to reach for what it is that we want. So again, we've got another week coming up where there's a lot of energy and momentum at the beginning of the week where things are really happening. An additional meaning to this card is to ask for more than what you think you can get. and that sounds kind of funny, but it's basically talking about making sure that you set your sights higher. So don't undersell yourself, and really ask for help in your manifestations and creations. One of the things that I like to add at the end of any of the affirmations or manifestation work that I do is this or something better. And that's really what this card is talking about here. So expect that the beginning of this week intentions are going to be set very high, and that it's important to really reach for the stars with that. Going into Wednesday and Thursday, we have a romantic and relationship card coming up here again. Now, this card is not necessarily dealing strictly with romantic relationships, though certainly if you are having difficulty within an existing romantic relationship, or you're wanting a new romantic relationship or a relationship to go to the next level, certainly this card would be indicating that there's help on the way. So Wednesday and Thursday, do expect increases in your romantic life and your love life, and asking for help with that as well. If your romantic life is perfect, you have no other changes, then Daniel is coming in and he's helping us with other relationship issues that we may be having. So again, communication is a really big one. The color around the card is green, and it's very much a heart chakra color. So any sort of relationship issues where it's very emotionally based, asking for angelic help through the middle of the week would be really beneficial for you. Looking into Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, now that you've asked for help, a step to the side is basically what we're getting here. So again, going back into the idea of setting your sights and your intentions high, and then asking for that help and just letting it go and allowing it to happen. So although we have a strong momentum and energy at the beginning of the week for things to be happening, into the weekend, the energy that's coming up is that no, it's really important that you allow things to happen on an energetic level. So stop pushing, stop trying to force things to happen, just allow it to come together. All that said, it's really important to make sure that you aren't resting on your laurels either. So if there are projects that you've been meaning to get to or to do and you've been putting them off, the weekend is the perfect time to be doing those, particularly if it's taking you away from things that you've been trying to manifest and it hasn't been working out. So really taking a break over the Friday, Saturday, and Sunday of this coming week is important. So then, coming up for our Jet people, seeing the other person's side. This is really interesting. This is very much a compassion card and very much relationship related. I'm kind of actually drawn into the messages for Wednesday and Thursday with this card. So for anybody rather who has drawn the Jet for this week, Make sure that you're looking to see the other person's side in all situations. It's not just about you, and remembering that compromise is really important within any sort of either romantic or interpersonal relationship. Also, the feeling that's coming up here is that it's important to make sure that you're taking time outs. It feels that through this week you could be starting to jump to conclusions or are feeling a little bit jumpy. So if you catch yourself in kind of a jumpy place, make sure that you're taking time away, stepping back. Going for a walk is a great thing to do. Getting outside and getting some exercise would also be really beneficial for you as well. And for our people, who chose citrine, studying and learning is coming up. So a big part of the message and information that's coming up here is that education is a really big part of your life purpose and your life path right now. So it's not necessarily going to school, going to university and getting formal education, but what they're showing us is that there's still things that you need to learn in order to take the next step on your path in whatever direction that may be. So make sure that you're going out of your way to learn something new every day. Look for that. Have that be your motto for the coming week. Today I learned this, and be able to tell somebody what you learned today. Another thing that's coming up with this as well is that there's a lot of information and learning that's coming to you at night during your dream time. So keeping a dream journal would be really beneficial for the coming week. There's also something that's coming up around the veil between worlds being very thin right now. I'm not aware of that actually happening, but that's a message that's coming up for everybody who chose citrine. So it's entirely possible that you'll have deceased loved ones connecting with you this week as well. Well, that wasn't a message I was expecting. And for everybody who chose azurite, what do you desire right now? Visualize it and it will come about. Negativity blocks your process. And to me, that really goes back to the message that we had at the beginning of the week with the incredible amounts of manifestation. So if you chose azurite this week, your energy is really high and things are happening very quickly. So make sure that you're keeping your thoughts positive, your expectations positive, and not dwelling on negative or the negative things or the things that could possibly go wrong with your plans. It's also popping in to make sure if you have a project in its infancy or if in its early stages, that it's important not to be sharing it with a lot of people who might poo-poo it or try to pull you down with it. They're still seedlings and at a very fragile state. So making sure that you're doing whatever you can to keep the energy high around your projects this week. I'd like to thank you so much for joining me. I'm Erin Lee. You can find the rest of my readings on my website, VancouverIslandPsychic.com, and I hope you have a fabulous week.